Happy to have you aboard here for the Really Big Barbecue Show.
Boing. We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to.
Hit me!
Fine, how's it going?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead, and he's in the crackle.
Charbono! It's all about the Charbono, dude!
Succulent fish! What?
He ate 54 wieners.
But listen, Lavernius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seed.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
Boing.
Hit me!
Well, it continues to be a tragedy
Boing.
on the video streaming portion of this, but podcasters will have no idea the amount of tragedy that's transpired over the first year, the first show of the year. Why won't it start? Just start already. Doug Scheiding telling me that there's no YouTube. Well, that brings a hasty end to the YouTube poll question of the week, I can tell you that. Still to come on this show this evening, maybe Sam the Cooking Guy. We'll wait to see that, and we won't have to wait that much longer. We say good evening to those of you watching through one of our video streaming platforms, which is none of you. Actually, maybe Facebook. It looks like there's 3 on Facebook right now. Whatever. Facebook.com/BBQ Central Show. I can't see your feedback, of course, and you can't vote on the YouTube poll question of the week. So thank you for tuning in and gutting through this live. I should bring back the audio-only stream. That worked, but nobody was ever on that. We're asking the YouTube poll question of the week, and we're asking everybody this, and by everybody I mean just guests, evidently. Do you make New Year's resolutions? And I'm guessing the majority of you are saying, no, you don't. As I told Antonio Montez not too long ago, 10 years ago, I stopped making New Year's resolutions. It's nonsense. Just commit to it and do it. You don't need to have a new year to do something right or get into something or whatever. You can do it. Trust me, you can do it. There is a new episode of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less that's coming up. So stay tuned for that. That'll be happening this coming Friday. You have to be subscribed to the show podcast feed in order to get that, which can be done at thebbqcentralshow.com/subscribe. And there's a host of ways to get onto the show from there in a podcast platform situation. If you want to hear a guest or segment again that's been lost in the archives, email John and let him know what you would like to hear, JON@thebbqcentralshow.com. I want to give a quick thank you to a new friend of the show, Travis Brown, who is a co-owner of Browsy Acres. He sent me a large sampling of their Wagyu beef and their chicken as well. Chicken is free range. They pick them up and move them every day, the whole thing. I haven't gotten into the poultry part, but as I had mentioned earlier last hour, we had a huge steak cook on Friday night. I believe it was. Could have been Saturday, but Friday night seems right to me. And we cooked all the steaks. There were 4 top sirloins. There was a pair of 1.5 pound ribeyes. There were a pair of New York strip steaks. There was a pair of Denver steaks. Really gave us the run of samplings. And again, all here American Wagyu. Man, the marbling was tremendous. The ribeyes, if you looked at any of my social media on Friday as I was posting both the uncooked and then the cooked pictures, this is some top quality stuff. Travis, a very successful athlete in his own right. and has somehow worked his way from being an elite basketball player in high school, playing a year at a JUCO college, and then transitioning somehow into MMA and being a very successful heavyweight fighter for WFC and UFC, I guess that would be. And I don't know how you transition into being a Wagyu farmer, but he's done it, and the product is great. I've had a lot of Wagyu over the last 5 or 6 years. This ranks right up at the top with any that I've had. So if you're interested, I'm happy to say BrowsieAcres.com is the place to go, at least to put an eyeball on it. And we'll go from there. So let me get us back out on time here, as it's been a struggling. First year, same show. First show of the new year, same show. Hey now, did you take advantage of saving no less than $400 off a Franklin barbecue pit? I hope you did, because as most of you well know, that $400 deal ended 2 days ago. You didn't pull the trigger. Now you have the privilege of paying $400 more additional dollars than you did for the last 6 weeks of the year. However, sometimes procrastination is okay. When you can come home with a Franklin barbecue pit. It's an offset pit. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody knows Aaron Franklin. He's a master barbecue cook, highly successful restaurateur, but he's a tinkerer, a builder, a welder, and here he is building these barbecue pits, primarily made out of 1/4-inch American-made steel. Anything that sees heat is engineered to be incredibly solid, should last a century or more if cared for properly. The thickness of the steel guarantees professional-grade heat retention, which is a critical component to making great barbecue. We all know that. You can find them in 2 different places. Certified dealers, which you go to franklinbbqpit.com. You find the certified dealer nearest you, visit in person. Now, if you don't have one anywhere near you, no problem. They do DTC as well. You can go to franklinbbqpits.com and buy one directly on the website. It ships to the bottom of your driveway, and then you just wheel it up from there. Install it, be happy for the rest of your life, and happy for whoever else is going to get it for the rest of their lives after you're done with it. 100 years or more, remember. The heat is even from left to right, from top to bottom. We talked about hectic airflow when Aaron was on last time. So do yourself a favor and check it out. FranklinBBQPits.com. That's FranklinBBQPits.com. Built for the barbecue purist who wants to take their barbecue craft to the next level. FranklinBBQPits.com. We're back with Sam, the cooking guy, for the first time in a quarter. Stick around. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
This portion of the show being brought to you by Pit Barrel Cooker, the most unbelievable outdoor cooking vessel on the planet, available in 3 sizes. But I only want to mention one size tonight because it's still going on. If you go to the Pit Barrel Cooker website, pitbarrelcooker.com, and you want the big-ass one, the PBX, you can get it for $299.99 with free shipping. You're saving $300+ on the biggest one that they have. If you use code XMASPBX, that's XMASPBX, at checkout, it reduces the price to $299.99 with free shipping, if you can believe it. And make sure you tell them the Barbecue Central Show sent you. It's that time of the month where we welcome in our favorite YouTube cook personality. He is an author of cookbooks. He is a TV host from time to time. He is also a monthly guest on the Barbecue Central Show. Did I mention a Barbecue Central Show's guest Hall of Famer? It's our pal, Sam the Cooking Guy. He's back! Sammy! How are you?
Good to see your face.
I I think you just muted yourself. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Wow.
My big stupid hands hit the off button.
224 has already been a loser for shows for me, technically, if I can already. I mean, it's been a...
And now you're including me in on this loser bullshit.
Everything is happening.
Come on.
The last time...
People like this.
I know, of course. The last time you were on the show. I
remember.
I don't even know if you remember this. September of 2023, if you can believe. Seems like a lifetime ago. October, November, you're traveling, of course. December, my fault, as I was doing an origin story that I needed time for. You were gracious enough to allow me that. So here we are, back and better than ever in the beginnings of 2024. We have a YouTube poll. Yes?
Let's just sit here and look at each other for the next 10 minutes. Gaze longingly into one another's eyes.
I know. I missed that.
I want the YouTube.
Let's start with the YouTube poll question of the week. We're asking everybody this, and by everybody, I mean only guests, because there may be live video feeds, but I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Do you do New Year's resolutions? Yes or no?
Nope.
Well, the first one all night that says no, and that was a quick no.
Do not. What's the point? How many of them actually stick? Do you?
10 years ago, I made a New Year's resolution to stop making New Year's resolutions. Guess what? I've met all of them for the last 10 years.
Attaboy. No, I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it's ridiculous. I try to think of the last one I did. I don't even think I can remember.
The last guest I had on is a native of Chile. I don't know if you've ever heard of that country or not. And I asked him the YouTube poll question of the week, and he said, hey, I hate to burst your bubble. That's kind of an American thing. That isn't something that the world practices. And just another reason I hate myself.
What's the internet saying? What percentage are they up to?
I mean, I would love to tell you, except my YouTube feed is down.
All your shit is after.
Like about 5 minutes in, when everything was still working, before I got the text message from Malcolm Reed saying, "Hey, I'm trying to get in and I can't get in," and then I did a shutdown. 75% of voting public were saying no, they don't do New Year's resolutions. You're just setting yourself up for failure, and then it's like, I've already failed at this
year
in 2024, and I have the rest of the year to continue to fail. I mean, why do that to yourself?
Don't set yourself up for something. Just say to yourself, I'd like to be better. I don't, what? I'm not going to eat this or that. Who cares? You're going to do it.
How was the new year for you, celebration-wise? Good?
We don't go out.
No?
It just feels like, look, at the risk of offending anybody, not anybody who really gives a shit what I have to say, but it feels to me like amateur night. Along with, in that category, I'll put Mother's Day, going out on Mother's Day, and Valentine's Day.
Yep.
Father's Day, I don't know there's that much going out, but when am I going to go out to a bar or a restaurant or hotel and spend the last night of the year with a bunch of people I don't know? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to put myself in a position there was a bunch of stupid drunks puking and yelling and screaming and hooting and hollering. I don't want to be around that. You asked me if I got ripped. I can't remember the last time I got ripped.
Yeah.
I mean, did I imbibe some things? Yes, of course. Yeah. But ripped, no. I'm not going to a restaurant where suddenly it's $8,000 where it used to be $80,000. I don't want to do that. I think my food is generally better here than many places I could go. And it's not that my stuff's all that great. It's I like what I cook, and so does Kelly. And I don't know. I mean, no. What'd you do?
Nothing.
There you go.
We were home. Bobby's.
Yes.
Bobby's home recovering from a knee surgery she had beginning of December, so she can't put any weight on her knee. And over the past almost week, her boyfriend has been at the house visiting her because she can't do anything, obviously.
Yeah. Hands off my daughter there, son.
I mean, I know what's going on. So, believe me, I was that age, and guess what? I married that girl. So,
yeah, well, good. Okay.
He's here, and then Maddie, the middle daughter, had her boyfriend Steve. Remember Army Steve, of course. And
yes,
he was over also for New Year's Eve, and my youngest daughter was out at some other friend's house that she does her yearly thing with. So it was, the 6 of us, and we played. Now, hold on to your hats, everybody, because it's going to get wild. We played 5 or 6 rounds or hands of Uno, the card game.
Yeah.
And the kids were taking in a little fruited wine that my wife bought for them, which if I was drinking, I would immediately turn my nose up at and chastise and make fun of them. But hey, whatever you like. There were also rounds of Cosmopolitans going around, so everybody's having a great time playing Uno.
What food was being consumed?
New Year's Eve was. What did we do for New Year's Eve?
Puff pastry with
okay. So
goat cheese or something.
I had some leftover. I had some leftover lasagna from the night before, and it was
celebratory.
Kielbasa. You know what that is? Kielbasa.
I do.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
I do.
And cabbage noodles.
Holy shit!
So we had that. That's what everybody wanted. Wow. And so we made a bunch of that. And
special night of the year, everybody. What do you want?
Right.
I want cabbage noodles and kielbasa.
Yep.
Speaking of sausage, I went to some dear friends a couple weeks ago. They're from Minnesota.
Yeah.
And we made classic Minnesota potato sausage.
Potato sausage?
Potato sausage.
Never heard of it.
It's great.
I mean, not to ask a dumb question, but is it made out of potatoes?
Yeah, it's a lot of potato, a lot of onion in it.
You put it in a casing? Ooh. A lot of raw onion?
Yes, Greg. Raw onion. And then it cooks.
The loser.
And then it cooks.
And I'm not going to eat it. So, so now remember, the night before Cabbage and Noodles, we had the huge Wagyu steak sampling from Browsy Acres. Feast. And lasagna the night before that. I mean, how many new dinners can you have when you have excess every single time? I mean, at some point, you got to pump the brakes and try and eat through what you've already accumulated, don't you?
That's true. 100%.
I mean, God.
I say to Kelly every day, what do you want for dinner? She said to me the other day, she named something, and she goes, I feel like I have like 4 things that only I like. I go, you're pretty consistent. We run through everything every week that you like. She's much pickier than I am. I married my food opposite. I'll eat anything. She won't.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I mean, I'm way less picky. So if whatever she wants, I'm happy making and eating. I don't care. I just want to eat.
I'd mentioned to you a number of months ago, because it's been a number of months ago since we last convened. You found it shocking when I told you that I eat kimchi.
Yes.
Because it's weird, or it's not in a box, or what? Like for me?
No, because it's a little out of the regular everyday box. I mean, look, you just mentioned cabbage noodles, so I know you like cabbage.
Oh, I love
it. And kimchi is, the cabbage of yeah, exactly. I don't know why I thought that was weird. Because you are, in my estimation, just one guy, one of the whitest people I know. I mean that nicely.
But I mean, I don't even know what that means. Whitest guy,
you have no interest to go see other people's countries. I know you keep saying there's a chance.
Sam, I hate to say it, but you're a white guy and you go to a lot of other people's countries. So do a lot of other white people.
You're right.
I'm probably less white than you are.
No, you're more white than I am.
Wow.
You like just the comfort and the security of this. You know what I'm saying.
I don't.
Or maybe you don't know what I'm saying.
It has nothing to do with comfort. It has nothing to do with security. It has no interest.
If you put kimchi, I didn't say anything about security.
You did. You said safety and security. You just said it.
Oh, well, fine if I said that, but you just like I don't mean security. I just mean you like what you like. You don't want to you don't want to take a chance and something.
Not true.
Because you might be forced to eat something that would be uncomfortable to you, and you don't want to have to be the guy to go, oh, I don't want that. Kimchi, if you put 10 foods on a piece of paper and said, which one of these will Greg not eat?
Yeah, that would be one of them.
That would have been right below anything with onion.
Interesting.
And how long have we enjoyed kimchi?
Probably been a year and a half. I remember specifically. So when something new is added to the thing, like when I realize something is great, it's always a seminal moment for me that I remember. I remember the first time I had rack of lamb, how it changed my life, how I've been a fan ever since. That's going on, 5 years. I think Bobby's was in high school or senior year, the first time I had it at the guy at the Pit Barrel Cooker's house. And now she's, getting ready to graduate college. So, I mean, it's been that long. And Kimchi was doing something with Malcolm Reed. And he said, hey, this is going to sound weird, but the next time you have a nice piece of medium rare or rare steak, what you will find as a incredibly surprising accompaniment to this, but delicious, is kimchi. I said, well, I don't even know what kimchi is, but okay. So I grabbed a bag from Cleveland Kraut and cooked up a rare steak and had a forkful of the meat. And
Cleveland Kraut.
Well, yeah, it's from Cleveland.
Yeah,
but I've had it long before.
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I sent it to you and I said, do you know about this? I didn't. I'd never seen it before.
It's always great. So here I had the steak. I had the kimchi. He was right. I mean, it was shockingly delicious. So now I eat it, out of the bag. I always have some. I figure it's got to be as healthy as you
could eat a whole bag and not gain anything, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's got a great spice to it. It's great.
Sauerkraut is one note to me.
Yes,
kimchi is really varied.
Yeah.
Like I don't like a what is it? A Reuben has sauerkraut. I don't like that.
Why?
I like a pastrami Reuben with coleslaw. I find the crisp. Try that sometime. I think you'll like it. I like the crispness, the extra coldness of the coleslaw in that sandwich.
You like
way better.
You like the extra coldness, or you like the extra creaminess?
Crispy, cold, little bit creamy, but I don't like a super wet coleslaw.
Yeah, me neither.
But it stands up so much more in that sandwich,
Yeah, I've always been a fan of sauerkraut and Reubens, no matter what.
Do you like a pastrami Reuben?
Oh, of course.
Do you like a corned beef?
Yeah, any type of Reuben. I'll eat corned beef Reuben. I'll eat corned beef Reuben, pastrami Reuben, doesn't matter.
The hugest, and corned beef is kind of like one of the meats of my people. And I'm not the biggest corned beef fan.
Canadians?
Look, I'll enjoy it. Yes, Canadians. I will enjoy it, but if I got a choice in my Reuben, I'm having pastrami Reuben.
Yeah, I mean, pastrami ultimately brings more flavor to the table. Yes. It's corned beef that's been smoked and spiced. I mean, it's wonderful.
Yes. Yeah.
Pastrami is, corned beef, I guess I should say, is huge here in Cleveland, if you can believe it or not, because of the ethnicity of the city. But we have a domestically, nationally known restaurant on the Near East Side of Cleveland. East 26th Street is home to Slyman's Deli. And it's got, I think, shy of Katz's, it probably serves the biggest corned beef sandwich. Rachel Ray has been out. Guy Fieri has been out there. And, anybody gets a Slyman's corned beef sandwich when they're here.
I don't know that. I need to.
But everybody around Cleveland has the best corned beef sandwich, and they're all fucking huge.
Listen,
it's crazy.
If I find myself in Cleveland one day, there's only one place I'm going to.
My house.
Your backyard.
Damn right.
And make you cook for me. Have you replicated the Pit Barrel lamb chops on your pit?
Yeah. I mean, that's easy to do. I mean, I know I know my way around the fire. I was introduced to the lamb, and and being able to. So the key, obviously, was not overshooting your temperature because that'll change the game. You know, medium well
135
lamb is 135 tops. 135 tops. You know, nice medium rare. And then carve them off into individual lamb chops.
You cook it as a rack. Yeah.
Whole rack, and then I'll just shave them off. And everybody loves it. Everybody in the house loves them. Everybody shit on it. When I told him, I said, you know what? I shit on it too. The guy from Pit Barrel said, hey, shut up. Put it in your mouth, and it'll change your life. And he was right.
You know what? People shit on lamb.
Yeah.
I love lamb. In fact, I made 4 days ago lamb wontons. That were incredible.
You boil those? Steam them or whatever? Steam them?
Yeah, you boil them. You know, we ordered some Chinese food about a week and a half ago, and on the menu from a place we hadn't ordered from before were lamb dumplings. It's like, oh, what the hell? I've not seen lamb before. I'll get them. And they were so good, but I was eating them. I was going, I bet you I could make something like this. The only difference was they make their own dough. It's a little bit thicker. I didn't really feel like making my own dough, so I bought, wonton wrappers.
Yeah.
And boy, but damn were they good. I think lamb gets a bad rap. It flies under the radar. I think people think it's gamey.
Yes.
And I don't think it's gamey. I think it's just delicious.
I just talked to a guy last week. We were talking about lamb. This was the first thing that comes out of his mouth. He was afraid that he was getting a bad grade of lamb, and I said, my first thought is you're probably cooking it too far. You're taking it to medium well. So there is then a gamey component.
It better be pink in the middle. It better be pink in the middle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it should look like a steak in the middle if you're doing it right. It should have a very similar look. It's not going to have ultimately the same flavor, but there are steak kinships, but it does have its own delicious flavor.
Hey, wait, can I change the subject for a second?
Yeah.
Have you had that pork that is being touted as the Wagyu of pork?
Like the Kurabuda pork?
I think our boy Kevin has been pimping it.
I know he's had the heritage breed porks for quite a while.
No, this is this one that I keep seeing. It's really marbled.
Duroc?
Like marbled like No. Don't know what it is. Can we talk about Kevin's? Did we ever find out Kevin Green from the Butcher Shop?
I text messaged him and said, hey, do you know that your head's been cut out of all these videos that you're posting? He never replied back.
It's so funny. I didn't know if it was serious or
maybe he has a big pimple on his head and he's self-conscious.
He is, honestly, I've never met him, but he is really one of the nicest guys out there.
He's great.
Listen, I'm not being paid to say this, but if your people are not going to the butcher shop and ordering their stuff, they're crazy.
No doubt.
He's such a great guy.
I bought my prime rib from him, or my rib roast that was prime grade.
I know that.
Yeah, 16
How'd
pounds.
you do?
Great.
How'd you cook it?
Yeah. I just regaled everybody in the first hour with my misfortunes. But can I give you the thumbnail version of it?
Go ahead.
Put it on at 5:30 in the morning because everywhere I read said if you want medium rare and you're going to run the cooker at 225, it's going to take 45 minutes a pound.
What?
So I thought 16 pounds, I need to get it on ASAP.
Oh, a 16 pounder.
Yeah. So I had it on at 6:30 in the morning. At 11:45, it was done. And I took it off. Dinner wasn't until 4. So I took it off, left the thermometer in it so I could watch the temperature, double wrapped it in foil, and put it in a cooler. I vented it for about 30 minutes to get the main heat off of it. And it never got above 137, 138.
Oh, so it was still pretty.
And I knew it was good 2 different ways. Like I told Malcolm Reed, I cut down the middle of it. I could tell, the color was perfect from top to bottom, number one. And I showed it to my mother-in-law, and she said, I'm not going to eat any of that. It's too bloody for me. So I whacked off a couple slices and put them in the toaster oven to ruin for her. I should have put it in the microwave. So I knew at that point it was good.
Even?
Yeah, everybody raved about it, which brings me to a point that I wasn't going to make, but now we're here. I told Malcolm, he agreed. So now I'm looking for your buy-in on this. The searing portion of doing your prime rib. If you're doing it reverse, so it's in even in your oven. I've done that, many times. Traditional roast, the lowest slow. 225, 275, whatever. Or in a pellet cooker, or in a Primo, like I have, whatever.
Go ahead. Yes.
Leave the searing portion out of it at the end. You don't need it. It's spent all these hours in whatever environment that it's been in, slowly building a crust anyway, and going into high heat at this point can burn the spices and stuff that have worked so hard to adhere to the outer. You could potentially put yourself into a banding situation on the internal color because you're not keeping up with it, from it building heat momentum. So I say, and this was all learned by sheer happenstance on Christmas Day for me. I said, well, there's no effing way I'm going to take this out after a 5-hour hold and sear it now. We're just going to take it as is. Nobody complained. Tasted great. I contend that even if I would have seared it, wouldn't have hardly added any extra flavor to it because it's only on the outside of that prime rib. So I'm telling everybody in 2024, forget the sear part of the reverse sear.
This is the year of no searing.
No searing for the rib roast. I'm not talking about steak. It's completely different, way more surface area. But on your slice of rib roast, it's just the outside. So searing is doing nothing, my estimation. So I'm going to try and get everybody to opt out of the searing of the reverse sear on the rib roast in 2024.
You're going to ask my buy-in on
what do you think?
Would you like it? I 100% agree.
You do?
I don't do that.
Why is everybody saying to kick it, take it out of the oven or whatever, and now get your grill hot or your oven?
Especially on the smoker. One of my favorite things to do on the smoker is a whole tenderloin. You got a lot of people cook one big chunk of meat. It comes off beautiful with a deep red color that I think I would just F up if I then threw it on a flat top or something.
Yep.
Took the torch to it. Went all fucking Googa on the thing. I'm not going to do that. I don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I smoked a prime rib before the holidays for YouTube. I mean, I did cook it at like 350. Cooked it like an oven. I tend to use my smoker a little hotter, I think, than a lot of people do. But my point was, look, I'm going to do this in my smoker. You want to do this in an oven because you don't have a smoker? Just do exactly what I did. Don't make any changes.
Right.
It came out beautiful. I wouldn't have done anything else to it. That's just a waste of time.
We need to put together some type of grassroots movement to tell people, look, you've been told for decades and decades when you're doing the rib roast that you have to put some type of high heat on it, whether you're doing it in the beginning or the end. And I have found out, no, you don't. And it tastes really good, and it looks great, and the insides were flawless. I mean, I held the motherfucker for 5 hours. I thought I was screwed for sure, and it was one of the best ever.
In your cooler.
Yes. Yeah, dry cooler, a couple towels on top, and it was good.
Listen, I do that. That's my system. I love that. And when I tell people, we gave a smoker to a friend, and
famous.
No, famous friend. No, my manager.
Todd.
I didn't want to say that because
Brad.
No, Brad.
Yeah.
Who's Todd? But I was telling him, and he's going to go. He was so excited. All right, I can't wait. I'm going to do a whole brisket. I go,
yeah.
Don't. He goes, what do you mean don't? That's the pinnacle. I go, yes, it is. But you need a little time under your belt, son, before you step up to that. Let me suggest try some burgers, spatchcock of chicken, then do a pork shoulder or a butt.
Yeah.
Because that is so forgiving, you can't F that up.
No doubt.
And then you can attempt a whole brisket. The problem with smoking, there's a point to this, is that you need a little early success. You need some confidence. And I remember my first brisket. It was the worst piece of shit ever.
Yeah.
Still ate it. Probably turned it into chili or something. But it wasn't very attractive. It wasn't delicious. It wasn't melting in any way. There were no juices to it. It was awful. I have no recollection of what I cooked it to. I don't keep notes, anything. But I said to him, he was talking about getting ready to do the shoulder. He goes, I'm going to put it on at blah, blah, blah. I go, what are you're going to put it on at what? He goes, like 9 a.m. I go, and when are you going to eat?
Tomorrow.
He goes, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something. I go, you're not going to eat at 5 or 6. I go, don't play games. Here's what I want you to do. You got a pellet smoker now. It's like on autopilot. Put it on and go to bed.
Yeah.
He goes, but what if it's ready early? I go, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take a cooler, put a couple towels in it, wrap the bitch up, put more towels on top, and shut it.
Yeah.
And he goes, and I go, and 4 or 5 hours later, it'll still be hot and perfect.
Oh, yeah.
People forget that, yes, a cooler keeps things cool, but it's just a big insulated box.
Right.
It keeps things hot too. Best thing ever.
Let's talk about the YouTube channel.
Go ahead.
Here you are, 3.58 million YouTube subscribers. You can believe it.
Jesus Christ.
What's the 2024 goal for the YouTube channel? Do you and Max and Part-Time Chance gather and say, let's make some short-term and stretch goals for the year?
Yeah, I mean, look, always you always got that stupid number out there, but I don't look at that anymore because it's going to get there when it's going to get there. I care more about the people that are here now that like us and the new people, and we think we might even go to 2 apps a week instead of 3 like we're doing now. Just be able to yes, heard it here first. Barbecue Central breaking news thing.
A Barbecue Central show exclusive news update.
We're thinking we might just give the boys a little bit more time to stretch their creative muscles.
What does that mean?
It means we shoot an episode. I call it an episode because I'm a TV guy from my show being on TV years ago. They call it a video.
Yeah.
We shoot a video / episode. We shoot. And whatever. Like nothing that's going to go on a smoker for a long time, but most things take us about an hour and a half to shoot.
From start to finish.
That day. Start to finish.
All right.
Right. We do 2 videos a day. We shoot Sundays and Mondays, generally, unless something comes up. Once that's done, each of those episodes can take anywhere from 8 to 10 to 12 hours of man hours edit time. Now, the boys, unbeknownst to most of the audience, they share many of the episodes. Max will take a 10-minute episode up to the 5-minute mark, or what, presumably will be that. And then Chance will finish it off. And Chance has modeled Max's style so well now that you don't know who's done what.
No.
You really don't.
No.
Yeah. But we're thinking, maybe we try and do things that are stretching us a little bit and then give the kids a little more time to make them pretty and do some fun stuff with them. That's all we're thinking.
It's very vague.
It's very
let me talk as a fan, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
You're getting 3 videos a week, so
for free.
My mind.
Go ahead.
My mind goes, okay. Well, you're dropping a day. We're starting to look at an exit strategy. That's where my mind goes. Maybe not immediately, but we're working our way out. Number 1.
No
Number
exit
2.
Strategy.
As far as
here's an exit strategy. We're doing 3 videos a week. Now we do none a week. That's an exit.
I said an exit strategy, and I said not immediately. I said I'm just telling you what I'm thinking as a fan. All right,
go ahead.
So now I'm looking at it as a fan aesthetically. For the life of me, I can't begin to think how you can make these videos look any better than they look now.
Oh, that's nice.
What could you pretty up? What could you make that's more? I don't even know. I can't even begin. You put a podcast in front of me, an audio podcast.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I can go through and start picking apart stuff. Okay. This, and I'm not a video guy, of course. I'm telling you, most TV shows would be happy to produce the quality of content that you're putting up on YouTube for everybody to take a look at. You sound great. There's interaction.
I'm the first to tell you, our shit is beautiful.
What they do is incredible.
I watched an video the other day. An old one. Laughing. Kelly goes, "What are you laughing at?" I go, "I'm laughing at Max and me and Chance. It was just funny."
So
it's funny.
I just can't see.
So you don't
giving
agree.
them more time is going to make something look better. Like that blows my mind.
Yeah.
There's no way. So I think here's what I think.
The other part that I left out of that, then there's a need to ramp up our other social channels a little bit and start putting some time towards those.
Like Instagram and what?
TikTok and
you didn't like those. You didn't care about those last year or 2 years ago.
No, it's not that I don't care about them, but I'm feeling like that super short form might be fun to do some fun stuff with. We'll see.
So you would be doing additional stuff? I mean, can't they just cut what you do up in the 20-minute form and whittle it into a minute?
But that takes time. That just doesn't just happen.
Yeah, but you were talking about you would be filming new content for TikTok and Instagram?
I didn't say that. No. No, but it'll take, we shoot a video about making a baked potato. The words that come out of my mouth are not necessarily the right words to turn that into an Instagram or a TikTok. So now I'm revoicing, which is fine. That's nothing. And then they're cutting to what I have now voiced, and maybe we shoot a different open or close or, that kind of stuff. This hasn't gone well, has it?
I'm concerned. I'm concerned as a fan. I'm very concerned.
Where am I going?
I don't know. I don't know. You're being very coy.
I don't know where to go. I've got nothing to do. I am not.
You're harboring in some way. I know it.
There's no harboring. Not harboring anything. Anything.
And any chance, did the gift of miking up Max and part-time Chance get to an agreement to go into 2024?
Did you?
No.
There are times
I heard you in a video go, "Hey, the fans demand that you guys are mic'd up so they can hear the banter." And Max, or I think Chance was down with it, and Max shit all over. Surprise.
Yeah, that's still on the table.
It is?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take that.
Still on the table.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Still on the table. It's all good.
What should I be making for dinner tomorrow? Not cabbage and noodles. I had it the other day. Not kibbutz.
You know what I had tonight? I had a vegetable soup with lentils and kale.
Is it a red broth? Is that like a
reddish?
Reddish, yeah.
Reddish.
I had smashed
cumin and curry. Oh, you did?
Yes, on the Blackstone.
Can I just tell you something?
Go ahead.
We were at Samburgers. What's today? Today's what?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Sunday.
That was New Year's Eve.
Saturday, we were at a handful of us were at Samburgers. Had some family in from the old country. So I order a bunch of stuff, and one of the things I get is this, or jalapeno guacamole burger. Samburgers, you can order our beef blend, which is a delicious blend. Beyond, for those that want that, not my favorite, or ground chicken. It's ground chicken thighs. So I got a double jalapeno with two smashed chicken patties in it.
Huh.
I'm going to tell you and your audience right now.
Oh boy.
If you're not grinding chicken thighs in a processor or chopping by hand.
Yeah.
And turning that into a smash patty, you are missing one of the greatest things out there.
Really?
When you come to the restaurant, you see it's brisket, it's short rib, and it's like chuck, right?
Yeah.
That's the blend. And it says on the menu, pick your protein or whatever. And that one says, the beef blend says Sam's favorite, which it is. And I know people come in that are fans and like, if Sam likes that one, that's the one I want.
Of course.
And they skip chicken. It's chicken. How good could chicken be? But when it's ground chicken thighs with still some fat in it and it's smashed, it is so damn good.
Is it boneless, skinless chicken thighs ground, or you leave the skin in too?
We leave the bones in too, just to really F with people. No, they're boneless.
No, they don't.
They're skinless, but no, they're skinless.
Yeah.
But when you buy skinless chicken thighs in the supermarket, there's extra fat on them that sometimes I trim off.
Yeah.
Of course, all that stays.
Oh. You run it through a meat grinder?
The skin doesn't. Yeah. We process it.
All right.
The skin doesn't come out well when you try and leave that in.
Yeah. So
but I'm a fan of just taking chicken skin and cooking it and making it crispy.
Yeah, of course. Who is?
But
So chicken smash burgers
thighs,
are like,
I'm telling you,
we're missing out.
There's guacamole, jalapenos, crispy onions, pepper jack cheese, the sauce. So effing good. So effing good. That's what you should be having.
Here's what's going to happen.
Go ahead.
Next month, when we reconvene in the lovers month of February, when we tell everybody not to go out for Valentine's Day.
Don't go out, please. I'm going to say it now. I'll say it again.
Yes.
Anybody can take cash out of their pocket.
Right.
But what means more? Cash out of your pocket? Come on, mom. Come on, sweetheart. I'm taking you out for dinner, or effing making somebody something.
Yes. That means more.
A little time. And I'm not saying spend 4 days making a fucking Wellington. I'm saying whatever you make, a humble grilled cheese, maybe with some bacon in it and some smoked Gouda and a tomato soup. By the way, Sam, the cooking guy in the Holy Grill, I don't have the copy with me here. The next cookbook that comes out in March.
Yeah.
There's a recipe for smoked tomato soup in it.
Oh.
Tomatoes on the smoker till they get gorgeous. Then you turn them into soup. Somebody making me a grilled cheese and tomato soup sandwich for my birthday means more than that person saying, come out, I'm going to take you and buy you expensive white.
Anything. I mean, anything that somebody is making themselves.
Get it in your heads now. You've got a month.
It's outrageous.
You've got a month. Get it in your head now, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a loved one that you want to do something for Valentine's Day, and I don't care if you can't cook, you can do something.
Yes.
Figure it out. Start now.
When we reconvene next month, I will have tried the processed chicken thigh smash burger. 2 ounce patties, 3 ounce patties. What do we do?
Yeah. Do a couple 3 ounces.
A couple 3 ounces. All right. So we'll do that.
Yeah.
And then I have no reason to not believe you, but assuming it's as good as you say it is, then I'm going to task the embedded correspondents with doing the same thing. And then if they like it, then we're all going to converge onto Instagram Reels and TikTok.
Oh, there you go.
And we're going to put them up there. We're going to try and make a trend within Q1. How about that?
I'd like to hear this.
Yes.
Do you want me to send you a picture of what it looks like?
Yes. That way you can
model it after that?
Yes.
I'll send you
Give us an aesthetic look that we should be shooting for.
Oh, you'll get it all right.
Sam, you've come in after 3 months. You have once again said it all. We have a new cookbook that we are now tracking. You said March, the grill book with the
unlike our boy Meathead. When I say I have a cookbook coming out, I have a cookbook coming out. Here's what happened. My publisher said, we want a cookbook with this many recipes. I said, you know what? I'm going to give you what you want.
Yeah.
Because you're paying me.
Right.
I'm not going to now come back a week before it's due and go, wait, I got an idea. I know you said 100 recipes, but I'm going to give you one with 700 recipes. The book will be this thick. What do you think about that?
No thanks.
No thanks.
Wow. Well,
He's
that's
crazy.
True. He's meathead.
He is crazy.
You know, what I both love and find annoying about Meathead is when he's on to something, it takes momentous energy to even get him to recognize he might not be on the right side of the scale. And his digging in is legendary, and you've seen it over these last many months. I remember talking to you about this when I was in Texas one time. This was now months and months ago. And then he brought it up on his own in December, talking about going back to how he's got this other book. I'm like, oh my God. Like maybe you didn't hear me the first time, blah, blah, blah. But he is on this third book, or trying to turn it into a pair like modernist cuisine, which it's not. But man, to me, it's easy money, right? You just take the scraps of whatever's on the thing that you cut it down to meet the editor's demand, meet your requirement, and say, oh, by the way, I have another book. Yeah, let's talk about my advance. Right. I have this other book. And then you're done. Easiest. Right. That's the easiest book he's ever written.
By the way, you have that conversation before the next one comes out.
Maybe we already had that conversation. See how well that went.
Listen, a friend of mine said to me the other day, I know we're wrapping up. A friend of mine said to me the other day, you know what I like when I listen to you and Greg? I go, what? Because I feel like I'm just like, it's not like a segment, an interview segment on a podcast. It's just like two friends kind of catching up, not necessarily aware that people are listening.
Almost like they've,
and I said,
like a party line back in the day.
Sort of party line, yeah. You know, plenty of this audience has no idea what that even means. But I agreed with him. I said, that's what it's like when I talk to Greg. He's a dear friend that I've never met other than this situation.
This is it.
That we'll fix that one day at Slyman's.
Yeah. Or
I'm going to order a pastrami
Reuben
Reuben with coleslaw, and you'll be Sandburgers. Yeah. I'll order a pastrami Reuben with coleslaw, and I don't want you to be embarrassed by that.
Never.
They won't say no to me, will they?
No.
It's a deli. They'll give you grief. They're supposed to give you grief.
Oh,
somehow.
well, All right, you said it all. After a 3-month layoff, we've caught back up, kind of. But I appreciate it. We'll be back in February and for the foreseeable future, unless you are you have travel plans early in the first part of the year. But we'll work through those otherwise. Do you?
We're working on another. We're working on going back to Korea
again.
Yeah,
you've already seen it 2 times. That's enough.
We haven't seen Jeju Island, which is basically like the Hawaii of Korea.
Sounds anti-Semitic.
Neither big. It's not.
You sure?
Jeju.
Oh,
that's what it is. Jeju. And Busan, the next biggest city other than Seoul. And lots to see, lots to do, lots to eat. Always. I love Korea.
They've been great videos. We didn't even talk about them, but I mean, those have been a great series of videos to see. Again, why do I need to travel when I can just watch your videos? I mean, aside from not eating the food,
you need to travel.
It's a great.
You need to travel,
Sam. I might.
Barbecue Central Show exclusive news update.
I just might in 2024 go to China. How about that?
God.
How about that?
Of all places, dude.
I would never go to China.
Your mind will blow. Oh, okay. Never?
No, I mean, I might. I literally might go to China. I'm not sure exactly why, but
Like deep China or like Hong Kong?
I mean, how would I even... What's the difference? It's China.
No, there is a huge difference.
Okay.
Beijing and Hong Kong. Hong Kong is
the
like
air quality sucks.
Chinese
It's worse
New
than
York.
Cleveland.
It's all bad. No. Yeah, you're right. Hong Kong's like a big Chinese New York. I mean, it's definitely Chinese.
Yes.
But like Beijing.
Yeah. Home of the Olympics.
That's a whole nother. And then it's a whole nother world, man.
Like in a bad way?
No. But you're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. That's for sure.
Well,
like there's spots in Hong Kong that you could be on a street, and aside from the cabs being a different color, you could squint a little bit and maybe see New York. Giant buildings, tons of people, cabs, people, the whole thing, you know? The cabs are red over there.
Uh-huh.
But Beijing, yes, there's giant buildings, but boy, oh boy, it's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
Well,
I have a bathroom story maybe we'll share next time.
How about this? If I go to China,
I'll tell you the bathroom story.
We'll come when we get back. We'll do a debrief on my China and your China. We'll see how they compare.
Can't wait.
I'm telling you, there's better than a 50-50 chance I could be going to China.
Oh, God,
you believe
I
it?
Go with you so bad.
And I'm going.
I do believe it.
You know where else I'm going? I'm definitely going to wherever Atlantis is, and I need a passport for it.
Oh, that's like going to Vegas with water.
I'm leaving the country.
That's not
barely passport.
Barely.
No, I mean it's not barely. It's not like you're almost pregnant. You either leave the country or you don't. I mean Canada's leaving the country.
I'm just telling you, it's Vegas with water.
I can't wait. I've never been to Vegas.
I've never been. Oh boy, you got to get out of there.
I don't have an interest in going there. Seems dirty.
What, Vegas?
Yeah.
Vegas seems dirty. It's not dirty.
I'll get out there at some point.
It's
maybe.
Fun. I have fun for a couple of days. You don't need much more than a couple of days. Let's meet in Vegas.
If I want to meet you, I want to come out to San Diego.
Then come to San Diego. The embedded correspondent.
Have much more fun coming to San Diego than going to Las Vegas. I don't want to see you
San
not
Diego's
in your
fun.
natural
San Diego's
habitat.
good.
Yeah. Forget it. I've been to San Diego before.
Well, this is my
years
natural
ago.
habitat.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see you in your natural habitat.
Oh, you want to see me?
Yes.
I got you.
Right. All right. Look, you said it all. I appreciate the time, of course, and shop
My pleasure,
STCG if you are late on your Christmas or holiday gifts. Get them all there. I'm telling you, I use these knives.
Go get
I use these knives like crazy, all of them in various sizes, depending on what I'm doing.
Okay, you a knife. You have
I have the
you
boner.
have the boner, right?
I have the boner.
Yeah.
I have the machete. I have the chef's knife. I have the Nakiri.
Machete's
and
only 10 and a half inches, by the way. Oh, you have the carving set.
Yes, I have everything.
You have the carving set?
Yeah. Do you have the second place prize in this week's sales contest? A set of steak knives? Do you have those?
We have steak knives.
Okay, I don't have those.
Would you like some?
Yeah.
I know a guy.
Yeah, always want.
I know a guy.
Always want steak.
Do you use steak knives?
Yeah.
Because I don't.
Anytime I have pork, anytime steak, always steak knife. Absolutely.
But I feel like if you can cook proteins properly,
they're all not going to just cut with a fork.
No, but like a dinner knife.
It's ceremonial.
It is ceremonial.
Yeah, I mean, this is
all
like,
right.
it's steak knife.
I know
Cut
a guy.
my finger off.
I know a guy. When we talk next, there will be steak knives.
All right, I'll show them off.
And you'll hold them up and show people.
Look, honest to God, I use all the knives.
Thank you.
The one I use the least is the paring knife, mostly because it's probably hidden under all the other big ass knives. But
do you have the 5-inch the 5-inch Nakiri?
Yes.
Or the 5-inch Santoku?
Yes, I use it frequently. The Nakiri I use frequently. That was number one. The chef's knife I use most often. The way it fits in my hand, it's very multi-purpose.
Yeah.
And then if I need to make big long cuts, the machete comes out, and everybody's always like, "Whoa, it's the biggest knife I've ever seen." Works great.
Crazy.
Oh man, and they're great knives.
10 and a half inches.
They keep an
think
edge.
about it.
Oh,
An 8-inch chef's knife.
Yeah.
It's a decent size, but a 10 and a half inch knife doesn't sound that much bigger. But this looks like you could.
Yes,
you could. Some terrible damage.
I was using when I was making potatoes to ultimately get into mashed potatoes. I was using the chef's knife. Cutting them up into quarters, make them easier to get to where we needed to fork tender.
Yeah.
And then
skins on or off.
It's a what I would call a rough peel. So 60 off, 40 on. And then when I brought out the prime rib for dinner, now I got the machete. So people
Now
saw
you got
what they thought was the big knife, and whooshing, here comes the machete. They're like, holy shit. Like, you need it, so now I can just draw it across. It's not like I'm just
It's Crocodile Dundee.
lumberjacking
That's not
through-
a knife.
Yeah. This is a knife.
That's not a knife.
So,
No, that's a knife.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
By
Use
the way,
them all the time.
roasted garlic in your mashed potatoes?
Yes, roasted garlic, and we use sour cream, heavy cream, cheese.
Yeah,
I mean, everything to make
Yes,
it
butter.
as anti-potato as possible, right? Yeah.
Roasted garlic, one of the great things in the world.
Just squeeze them right in. Many heads.
crazy.
Squeeze them right in. Yeah. The potency is knocked off by the roast, so it's not. It only lives me with like 2 days.
The only thing we didn't talk about, and we'll talk about it now. I'll just leave you with this thought. The website's brand new.
Your website?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Right, stand by.
I'm sure there's some bugs and problems and shit on there, but still. But take a look. It's so much better.
Let's go ahead.
We're gonna have a look right
Look
now.
at you. Here it is. Live.
So there you go. That's playing, right? Yep. That's the Irish Spice bag, by the way, that we made. It's so good. But scroll down a little bit.
That's an old watch. All right, here we go.
Scroll down a little bit.
Air fried chicken burger.
By the way, so good. That also is ground chicken thighs, and that's cornflakes on the outside.
Cornflakes.
Yep. So, but scroll down. Wait, scroll down and show the recipe page right there below it.
Oh.
So much prettier, laid out so much better.
Very nice. Ooh, chili lime mayo. I'm always a fan of that.
Go back.
Yep.
Go back.
There's Sam right there. Where am I going?
Not up. Back. Go back.
Back to what?
Just back. Back to where you were.
Right.
Okay, now scroll down.
Yes.
Right. So you got the burger. Go below the burger. What?
Yep.
Books, merchandise, restaurants.
Yep.
Go a little more.
Yep.
Now look. Link Solo's beautiful videos.
Oh wow.
Go click the Go click the spinach cheese pie. Right there. Second down from the left. Yeah.
There we go. Wow, look at that.
How pretty
Video.
that is.
Got the
Video,
directions
recipe, all
again.
pretty.
Oh yeah. Who put this together?
Right.
Chris Blands put it together.
Wait, the guy go into about. Go click about.
Yeah.
You'll like this. Click about. You'll scroll down.
Yes.
Scroll down. Wait. More. Keep going. Keep going.
God, there it is.
That's, by the way, that's my very first demo. It's horrendous. Don't do it now. But a little bit more. That is my very first website, 2002.
Wow.
You can't click on it. Chris Blands did that website.
No way.
And this one.
Wow. By the way, this thing right here, best kitchen I've ever seen in my life. Still, best kitchen ever.
You're the best. You're
Oh
the
my
best,
God,
man.
I love that thing.
All
right.
right. You should go look at the website, not you, your people.
Yeah.
Click about and go watch my first demo. It is
I love it.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
We all started there. Everything was horrendous the first
We
time.
did, didn't
Now
we?
look at us. We've made
Yeah,
it.
it was.
Yeah.
Now look at us.
All right,
now
Sam.
you got no problem. Your work is flawless.
Thank you for coming on.
Except for
And
tonight.
we will see you in February. Thecookingguy.com if you need them. Otherwise, we'll see you here in February.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Sam.
Oh.
Extended Sam the Cooking Guy, which I certainly appreciate. And we have that to do first. So, listen up, gang. Our friends at Big Papa Smokers have something special just for you, listeners of the show, whether you're a seasoned pitmaster or grilling newbie. Big Papa Smokers is the one-stop shop for all things barbecue, from their championship rubs, mouth-watering sauces, essential accessories. They've got what you need to take your food to the next level. Doesn't matter if you're on the competition circuit or if you're a backyard hack like me. Here's the cherry on top. Big Papa Smokers is offering the listeners of the Barbecue Central show an exclusive deal. Use the code REMPE at checkout. That's REMPE. And you get $10 off your next $50 purchase of rubs, sauces, or accessories. Imagine, if you will, the possibilities. Evaluate your ribs with Big Papa's Sweet Money Rub. Add Big Papa's Desert Gold to your chicken, or better yet, pick up Double Secret and add it to your steak. Head on over to BigPapaSmokers.com and start shopping today. And don't forget to use the promo code REMPE, R-E-M-P-E, at checkout to claim $10 off your next order of $50 or more. All the recipes are at cookingwithbigpapa.com. And, of course, follow them on social media so you can stay up to date as well. We're back to do another read and then close the show because we are jacked. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Whole packers, full racks, legs and thighs, injecting butts. If you've never heard this before, you might think you found the best XXX show ever. Let's get back to the most homoerotic host out there today, Greg Rempe.
Welcome back, and this portion of the show being brought to you by JRE Tobacco. That's right. Now, some of you have contacted me for samples. For instance, Michael McDearman, you remember McD. Connor has also requested samples for me. Connor Wanderscheid. Oh, sorry, Connor. Those are going out tomorrow. I also have a microphone to send out to a guest for next week as well. So know that JRE Tobacco samples are coming your way this week, Michael and Connor. I, of course, love everything that Aladino is making right now. Aladino is a line that JRE Tobacco makes, and the Reserva, the Corojo Reserva, is my favorite. However, we have something quickly approaching what could turn into a 1A, 1B scenario at Aladino. Aladino also makes a Sumatra. They sent me two, pardon me, they sent me two with last month's box, last month, right, December, and I smoked both of those. Only comes in the Toro size, the Sumatra. Holy crap. These things are stupendous. They are limited, so if you want to try a cigar that might be as good as the Corojo Reserva, this is just me talking. You want to give that Sumatra a try, go to a local dealer. You can find one near you by going to jretobacco.com. If you're looking for an online retailer, you can use the number 2guyscigars.com. That would be the online retailer I would recommend. And you can buy the Aladino Sumatra there. That is the home of Mr. J, the Barbecue Central Show's cigar expert, of course, who'll be coming on at the end of the month as well. So, little plug for our friends over there at JRE Tobacco. And again, Connor and McD, I'm getting your samples out tomorrow, and hopefully you'll have them by the end of the week so you can enjoy them over the weekend or whenever you see fit. Pop them in your humidor, keep them moisturized, and enjoy at your leisure. Family-run brand, vertically integrated, a manufacturer known for its authentic Corojo tobacco grown at the JRE Tobacco Farm in Honduras, Nicaragua. So just go to jretobacco.com, and that should do it for us. All caught up on the business side of things. Ran over with Sam. We're 15 minutes into the third hour of the show. I could do the show for 3 hours, I guess, if I wanted to. No reason. We're out of here all the way back in the first hour. Oh. Let's try it again. All the way back in the... What? Let's go! Now, wait a damn minute. Yeah. All the way back in the first hour. What do we know? We battled for whatever reason. Some technical snafus in the beginning. Line 1 not working. Hello, line 1. Hello? Is anybody there? Line 1? We got Malcolm in. No worries. Full segment. Yes. Then we got introduced to Antonio Montez from Keveri Grills. KEVERI Grills.com. Commercial grade live fire oven. You can do everything in. Go back and listen to the podcast if you're just tuning in now. That'll be released tomorrow, and second hour on Thursday. Best of on Friday, of course. Second hour, we finally have Sam the Cooking Guy back in the mix after 3 months off, if you could believe it. Wow, 3 months. TheCookingGuy.com. Totally revamped the website, as we saw right there at the end of the interview. Check it out. Big show planned for you next week, which is great. Hope you had a great New Year's celebration. How do I always leave you? September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. Until next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, this is your program host and proud U.S. American Greg Rempe. Good night now.
This is Doug Scheiding, the Road Cookers, Texas Embedded Correspondent. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show.